Good morning, everybody. This is Desi here at the Ark in Kerman. Today I want to go over how to make a bird feeder. Okay, here we go. We're going to start off with a can. This is just your basic can from canned food. I have opened one side of it, and it's not jagged or anything. It was one of those pop tops, so there's no coarse side on this side. And on the back side of it, I opened one part of it and then I pushed it in using, I think it was like a butter knife at home, and I just pushed it in so that way there's no jagged areas to get cut with. And we're going to decorate the exterior, and then after we've decorated the exterior, which is the outside of the can, we will then use a piece of twine, and we will put it into the bottom hole that we've created right there, and we will drive it all the way through, pulling it out from the other side very carefully because this rim right here can still be a little bit sharp. And we will hang it up in a tree. We will create a bow. Now, this bow that we're going to create is just like tying your shoes. So you're going to create that X right there. And once you've done that, you're going to create a loop. You're going to hold that with 2 fingers. See? 2 fingers holding it. We're going to go out. We're going to go up and over. And through this hole here, we're going to take that through there. But we have to provide it with more space. So here we go one more time. We're going to loop it, loop, swoop, and through the hole, pull, pull. There we go. And then we're going to just tighten this up. So we're going to make this hole we're going to make those little loops smaller, and then we're going to tighten, tighten. And that's just like tying a shoe. And then if you're like me, you're a little bit of a perfectionist, so you're going to tighten it just a little bit here and there. You're going to manipulate that rope, make sure it makes a nice little elegant bow. There you go. There's your elegant bow. And then this will just hang on a branch. And then we'll put the bird feed in here. And we have the back side that's open just at the top part, so the bird feed shouldn't fall through the back. If we angle it just this way, then the birds can go in and out and get that feed from inside there. So we're gonna use paper, and this is just a sheet of paper that we wouldn't use anyways because it's just what do they call it? Scrap paper. So scrap paper is a piece of paper that you don't need. It's the construction paper, scrap paper, but I like it because it's very bendy. It doesn't have that texture that scrap paper has. Scrap paper, no, not scrap paper, what is it called? Construction paper, sorry. Our construction paper is rather thick and coarse, and this scrap paper is just like thin. It's like printer paper. So if you have printer paper, you can use printer paper. I think we should make something fun on here. What kind of designs do you think we can make? My favorite design to make, especially right now, is hearts. So this is how we sign heart. Heart. So middle finger's right here. Take it to your chest, up and around to draw a heart with 2 fingers over your heart. That is how you sign heart. Okay. And there's different words for that too. You could also say sweetheart, which is 2 fists together over your heart, thumbs down like this. That's sweetheart. Or you can go heart. So we're going to make a heart. And my favorite color is pink. So 2 fingers here, pink. So we're going to make a pink heart. Pink. And let's see if I can see my paper. Here we are. And we're going to make a pink heart. And there's different ways to make a heart. You can do a heart like this. You can do up and around like that. I like to do this thing where I connect all the hearts together, upwards and downwards, and I think it's cool when you use different colors. It looks like an ivy. That's just how I roll. There are also different kinds of shapes that you can do with it. You can change colors with it. You can make hearts that are very big and swirly and curvy. It's up to you. My next thing I like to do is I like to make stars. And so when you think of stars, you think of stars in the night sky, and that's how you would sign stars. You'd sign stars, stars. So let's do that one more time. Stars. And so what color should we make our stars? I was thinking either yellow or blue. Yeah, I think I like blue, so blue. And this is how you'd say like. It is very similar to white. It's the same thing. So like or white, but I like blue. Yeah, and if you wanted to do light blue, you'd be like half white, half blue. So there you go. So we're gonna go with blue. And here we go, blue. And we said we were gonna make stars, right? Blue stars. Here we go. Let me see if I can hold this here and do a blue star. How many blue stars should we do? Maybe a couple more. And when I first learned how to make stars, I made them the old-fashioned way. I made them like this. Like an A, over, that way, and down again. Then after a while, I learned how to make them like this. And there you go. So those are my stars. What should we make next? Sorry. What should we make next? What should we make? What about a moon? Now, when I think of the moon, the night sky is usually gray. No, that's yellow. Gray is gray. I don't know if I have gray. Let's see what colors I have. I have these colors right here. Let's see what we have in our colors. We have violet, which is like a purple. We have a baby blue. We have like a teal sort of green. It's a seafoam green. Ooh, if we have seafoam green, we should make waves. You wanna do waves? Let's see here. Waves. How many guys love the beach? I love the beach. So those are my waves. And oh, you know what? When I think of the beach, I think of the sunset. What about you? Do you like sunset? So now we're gonna make sunset. So I think of orange. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, there's our sunset right there. I don't know how much of that you guys got. Let's see. So far, this is what we've got going on. We have little stars. I've colored these stars in. I made a moon out of yellow. We've made the sun over the ocean. I was thinking about making some birds to fly over, and maybe doing the background of it like a light blue, just to mimic the fact that there's sky here. Let's see. So it's hard to do standing up, so let's try and see if we can. We can do it this way. I'm gonna move you this way. Okay. Now I was thinking if I have black, and I have a permanent black. Let's see here. We'll make some birds. Move my chair. And we'll do basic birds. Let's see. Birds. One bird here. And one bird there. And then we'll go with our light blue here. And we'll make our, I kind of felt like we should do clouds, but I think that might make it really busy. So you don't want too much going on. I kind of feel like the hearts got away with it. Like there's nothing really we need to do with the hearts at this point, but oh well. Let's see here. And we're just gonna fill in the areas of where their sky would be. And there you go. I think that looks really good, guys. That's what our can's gonna look like. It's gonna look like a mural of the sky. So let's see how we cut this. So let's see how we're gonna do that. Well, I like the fact that our board here has a nice straight edge. So we're going to even that straight edge out with the board itself, and then I'm going to cut across. So I'm going to use that board as my tracer. Maybe even put it a little higher up on that board. Okay. But I want it to be nice and straight. Using that as my tracing, and I'm just going along with the board. And always make sure that we're, let me see, just tracing that. Okay. It's not exactly straight. Maybe I can go off the top a little bit more. Okay. More and less. And be careful because even though we're working with scissors, paper, if you go across paper itself, you can still get cut by paper. Did you know that? Holy cow. So yeah, that can happen. Very dangerous, so be careful. We're going to go across. Oh yeah, see, that'll cover all the way. That's good. Sometimes when you're covering a can, you don't have long enough paper. This is a good length of a paper, so that'll work. The other thing I do sometimes when I'm doing this, because you could tell this isn't my first rodeo here. Anytime I'm covering a can, I kind of use the can itself, because there's this little lip here, and if you put your finger on the paper over it, you can use your nail to cut the paper all the way around, and it'll like even it out real nice and even. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to put my paper here. I'm going to evenly cut it where the with the use of the can. Just need to angle this camera the right way. Maybe if I switch it a certain way. Wedge this a certain way. There we go. Very nice. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the can to cut the paper. And this would be the day that I cut my nails too short. For such an activity. That'll be the identifier. And then you just cut across that line. And it's the even line. So what I'm really doing right now is just, I'm making sure that this paper is even with the border, and I'm just, scratching in this little line here. See that line there that I've created? And that's when I'll know to cut it right there. And then I'll cut across that line. And that's how I know how long the paper needs to be. Or really just the width, because there's the width and the length. And this is the width of the paper, and this is the length of the paper. But I think the length is a little bit long, and that's okay, because it's better to have more than to have less. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to wrap it, and we'll see that we have got the right width for the can, because it goes, you could see that little indentation right here, and that sticks with the design. So like I said, the length is a little bit long because it overlaps a bit, and you want it to overlap a little but not that much. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut about we can go an inch here and an inch there. So we're going to go about an inch. That might even be a little more an inch. It's probably about an inch and a fourth maybe, or inch and an eighth. And then I'm gonna go about another inch here. Maybe a half an inch. Or 3/4 of an inch, but not a full inch. Because you don't wanna overdo and you don't wanna underdo. And I think we did pretty good. Maybe just a little more. And a little more here. Because you don't want to cover up that moon. That moon's kind of cute. Okay guys, so what we did to bind it off is we used this dual-sided tape. Sticky on top, it's sticky on the bottom, and then we just added some, let me see here, there's a bit of a glare, get closer. We added some and then we overlapped it, so it's a little sticky, it's got a little bit of adhesive, and there's a little bit of fuzzies on it, but that's okay, because it's going to go outside, it's going to be, whatever's blowing in the wind is going to get stuck to that adhesive tape, so it's like, And then our design went all the way around the cup. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. There's our sun, our stars, our hearts, our birds, our sky, and our moon. So, and then we're gonna add the bird feed on the inside up into that mark, and we will hang it in a sort of an angle so that way the bird feed doesn't fall out and the birds can just climb up on that little rim and peck at the seeds that they want. Okay, there's our bird feeder and our bird seed on the inside. Hopefully birds will come and they will enjoy a nice tasty little dinner. All right, bye guys.